I'm back again with another video on how to play a long dead game from a franchise. About, I'd say a month ago now, I made a video on how to play Sonic and the Secret Rings. Apparently, fixing the game, as I said. Oh no, 2 months ago. Okay, that's even worse. So 2 months have gone by and there was a lot of errors with that control mapping and control scheme because I literally tested it on Dinosaur Jungle and said that's good enough and released it. So the version that you've been seeing in the showcases works well. It's the release that I've been using that I made. The only problem is that the link I put up to it was dead, so well done me. Anyway, I made some more revisions like yesterday. So this should be the cleanest working way to play the worst game in the Sonic franchise. So I'm going to hop over to Dolphin and show you the inner workings, but if you just want to see gameplay of it, skip over to this timestamp and we're all good. Okay, so we're in Dolphin. I've got my Xbox controller bindings here for Sonic and the Secret Rings. Just press a couple of buttons, there it works. So, basic information, A, B, jump and back, stuff like that. Start and minus, plus and whatever, they're respective. The D-pad works the same as it would on the Wiimote. Nothing special there. In the motion simulation, however, in the last version of the bindings, you see here these vibrations. That emulates the shaking of the Wii remote. They were performing too slowly for certain items, for example the magic pot. You just couldn't complete some sections. For example, there's this one mission in Pirate Storm. You're going up in a flying jar, and you can't make it because of how little it moves, so I've upped the frequency here. The only problem is you can now chain homing attacks, but honestly don't think that's that bad. It makes the game easier. And this game plays like trash anyway, so yeah. Tilt has stayed the same. You move the thumbstick. It moves Sonic. This will work as any other 3D game works. Here on the swing, this is purely used for the flying carpet in Night Palace, so that is fairly useless in anywhere else. That is basically the controls down. Then there is the keyboard and mouse, which is a different story. So A is A, S, B, so you'll need these two for regular gameplay. I never found minus. I don't even think minus is used. I'm just gonna bind that to. I'm just gonna bind minus to something random while we're here. Oh my god, my mouse keeps getting in the way. So minus is bound to something. I don't know whether it's needed. I didn't encounter needing it when I played through the game on the keyboard. So the D-pad, my home and delete and page down buttons are in the perfect shape of the arrow keys. So I'm using that for the D-pad for the speed break, time break, and the menus. So you'll operate the menus with these four: speed break up, time break down. Same with the Xbox D-pad. Motion simulation. Now, even though these are the same frequencies as the Xbox controller, I've ran into some issues with it. So, to sacrifice functionality of the flying carpet much, in number pad 0, this might not work if you're only using an 80% layout keyboard. Well, yeah, it won't because you won't have a number pad 0, so you're gonna have to find a different binding. It acts as an external shake. In case D fails. If D fails, go to 0. And this is recommended for spamming for the flying pots, because for some reason the spam flight doesn't work on keyboard, which is bizarre. Up, down, left, right is controlled with the arrow keys, which I put that there because I like using the arrow keys. You can rebind that to WSA and D. You know, it's hit me now that while I was binding this, it was more to my own personal preference. I recommend, if you don't like how I bound this, go in, change the key bindings, it'll make it a hell of a lot smoother. Motion input, that has nothing else in it, so that is everything. Now, say you're using a DualShock or a Nintendo Switch controller. If you want to bind it for that, load up the controller profile, because that's what you'll be rebinding. Then, go over. I'm just going to unplug my Switch controller to use that. Plug that into the PC. There we go. It's got to connect. Then go down to the device menu. For me, it's the Core Plus wired controller. I'm using a third-party wired controller. Then just go through, bind everything. So I want that on the. So this will make it all playable on my Switch controller. You can do the same for a DualShock, for example. DualShock controller. Any controller that supports binding on Windows. It's recommended, though, that it supports analog input. Well, that's what I'd recommend. And that's where you're going to run into problems playing on keyboard and mouse. Because you don't have that analog input. You're going to run into some issues along the way. So here we go. This is all my Switch controller. It works fine. So I'll just save that in a new profile. There. If any of you have a Switch controller, you can use the profile now. And I'll just get a different between it. So let's save that to its bindings and check. We have secret rings for keyboard and mouse. That works on keyboard and mouse. And for Xbox One. Load to the Xbox One. Secret under the Switch. Load to the Switch. I don't have a DualShock on me, so I can't bind the controls, but if any of you do have a DualShock, if you could bind the controls and send the INI file to me, that would be brilliant. I will put it in the download and credit you, because that would help out anyone who wants to play the game as a whole. Okay, so I'm going to go to gameplay now of each configuration just to show that it works fine. But we do Sand Oasis, that's a good rundown of the basics. Okay, see you soon. Okay, so after a couple of technical difficulties, we are back in the game that I spent way too much time configuring and playing this game. Just boot up, and I'm currently playing with the Xbox One config. I finally think that 60 FPS code's working that I put on, which would be nice. Hey, Sans. I almost had Sans. Got the damn skeletons everywhere. Right, so I'm just gonna go with skill rings that I've already got. I can tell. I'm gonna move my. Here we go.
First, let's find the King's Palace.
God, this game looks so much better on 60 FPS. Yeah, currently I'm playing with my Xbox One controller. There's a lot more tighter control than there was with the Wiimote, I'll give you that. The D-pad activates our special abilities, you can unlock them later in the game.
magic. Look out!
Then this pillar should come crashing down. Yeah, that's the homing attack that works on the X button. Now, this is what I was talking about being able to chain homing attacks. I was just holding down the X button, and the homing attack would just... See, I haven't let go of the X button, I've just chained them all on. Which I honestly think is a pretty good addition. Grind rails are hell in this game. You launch off far too fast, and you go to the side too much, which makes changing rails practically impossible.
Watch out! The red spirit can breathe fire. It's a dead end.
Whoops! Time to make a U-turn.
It should be cooler inside.
Oh, I definitely saw that one coming.
This red ring is a fire sword.
One really weird thing you can do, because of the homing attack is on shaking the Wii remote, if you hold down the X button, I'll probably do it in the clear so I don't take any damage. Hold down the X button here, Sonic has a fit. Hey, these are the flying pots. They only work if you hold the analog stick forward, mind you. Because here, this is not holding it forward, it's kind of glitchy, it doesn't go up very fast. Just straight up, no messing. Honestly, forgot how to jump off.
Make sure to tilt the Wii remote side to side very carefully here.
I always hated these sections. Reminds me too much of the Werehog. Don't want to do that.
Huh? What?
Indeed. That's me laughing in Sega's faces that I can make an unplayable game playable.
Just past that pier is the tower.
Okay, and that is the end of Sand Oasis controller. I might do a different level for keyboard. It's victory lap and good. And a gold medal. I haven't lost it. Party mode.
Where is he?
Right, I'm gonna go change the keyboard controls and then I'll be right back and we can go through another level of keyboard. Right, back again. And let's do a different level. Let's try Hate Alleviated Ruin. Night Palace has given me nightmares after recording so many takes of the video. Let's do Evil Foundry, that's fun. See, I'm using the home, end, delete, and page down buttons. You are going to have to rebind that if your keyboard doesn't stretch out that far so they're not in like a D-pad formation. Or other reasons like you just don't like it, it's uncomfortable. Let's give this a go. And time for the song that everyone knows.
Is this a castle?
Yeah, but it's no ordinary castle. Whoa, who's the big guy?
I've never seen a spirit get that big. Yeah, this is one of the best levels in the game.
Apart from when you do dumb stuff like that. Hey, just look at this. It's a lot harder with the keyboard. But it is still very playable. So if you do not have a controller lying around, like, I recommend you play it with controller. Like, you will be dumb not to. I just hit a fan. But if you do not have a controller lying around anywhere, I suck. Oh god, I hate this bit. Yeah, it is fully playable with a keyboard. It's just a lot easier with, controller.
You can strike the creature in the head from someplace higher up. When the hoop gets smaller, move the Wii remote forward quickly. Keep trying, and you can break free.
Fell under. I apologise for the noises that my keyboard's making. It's, I got a very loud mechanical one, because why not? Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's what I mean about the, grind rails being stupidly oversensitive, and I am about to die if I do not get any more rings. I think rings are abundant in this level because they're more of a set piece than an actual item. Missed that. It's alright when the grind rails are guarded by walls.
Let's keep going, Shara.
Even after death, they can attack. This game sucks. I didn't even jump. And this is what I need. Okay, accept that one. That was done on my behalf. Why is there no rings between here? You've just faced like a horde of enemies. Like, they just expect you to go into here unprotected? Where's my life insurance, man? I'm always extremely cautious about parkour in this game, because it's very unstable. You know, I think all my commentary, at least on this level, is just furthered my insanity. I keep going on about how much I hate the game, yet I've spent so many months trying to get it working. Yeah, it's just one giant love-hate relationship. But the hate outweighs the love. By a lot. I'm doing this so people don't have to suffer like I did. So you can go for it, play every game in the series, just don't put up with that god-awful motion control. And instead put up with my keyboard bindings being very unstable. I cannot help that, they have the exact same sensitivities as the controller. But it just refuses to breathe as well. Yeah, you're gonna have to mash that oboe. Whoa.
Oh no!
This game sucks. Maybe I just suck on keyboard. Maybe keyboard sucks. This was a lot easier on controller. Like, you watch any of my other showcases on the game with this control layout, the controller levels are going to be a lot more fluid than the keyboard ones. And that is because controller is good for platformers. Obviously. Okie dokie. Oh, the end is in sight. Okay, maybe it's not. Yeah, I usually have a full soul gauge here. Just get it over with quick, please. So yeah, that is the end. Thank you for watching, and don't let my janky gameplay cloud your views of the controller profiles. They do work. It's just this game sucks and I suck. Bye. Hey, it's me in post, and I'd just like to say, after watching the footage, it reminded me of all the the videos that I've done before this, of just the silent gameplay, and even though I haven't spoke or had any engagement whatsoever, the support, although it's small, it does mean a lot. So thank you for everyone who's been watching the videos, liking and subscribing. If you could do the same on this one, it would really help, especially since I've worked my ass off for 2 months trying to get this controller profile ready. So have fun, bye, enjoy your day.